I personally grew my portfolio to 1.1 million during the last crypto bull run. Here's a picture of me with 200,000 cash, which I liquidated from my portfolio. So you can look for other crypto guys, they can post screenshots, but can they actually post the cash? Okay, and I've also helped, at the time of this video, 161 people in my group do a 6x ROI since May of 2023. Okay, so if you're a busy professional and you want to see a 5 to 10x return on your money in the next 12 months, you're not going to be able to do that investing in individual stocks, an index fund, real estate, or anything else. Now, I'm not saying those things are bad, but the reality is individual stocks can yield, a 2 to 3x return. An index fund is going to do 6% a year after inflation, and real estate requires too much capital to get started, despite what these real estate guys are telling you. Now, I'm going to prove to you in this video that by strategically investing in crypto, you can 5 to 10x your money in a matter of 12 months. In fact, crypto is the only way, when done correctly, to see a 5 to 10x return on your investment with very little money down. There is literally no other way, okay? This is exactly what me, my partner, and my team of researchers did for ourselves. I personally grew my portfolio to 1.1 million during the last crypto bull run. Here's a screenshot, but even better, here's me and my business partner in front of the house that we moved into because of our strategic investments. I'm literally sitting in my backyard right now, okay? And here's a picture of me with 200,000 cash, which I liquidated from my portfolio. So you can look for other crypto guys, they can post screenshots, but can they actually post the cash? Okay, and I've also helped, at the time of this video, 161 people in my group do a 6x ROI since May of 2023. Now, I want to be fully transparent with you guys because there are certain people that should invest in crypto and certain people that absolutely should not. Okay, so crypto is for you if you're a working professional. That means you work in tech, maybe you're a doctor, nurse, attorney, entrepreneur, or any other busy working professional who has stable income and capital saved up that they want to deploy and multiply. Okay, you're someone that doesn't have the time to research passive investments, let alone be strategic about them, who doesn't have the time to stare at a computer screen all day and figure out how to trade or invest. But at the same time, you're tired of just putting your money in the 401k, investing in index funds, and doing things that everyone else is doing, and as a result, not seeing a good enough return. Okay, now this is not for you if you're broke and you have $100 to your name, because if that's the case, you should not be investing in anything, let alone crypto. You should be learning a skill that can allow you to get a better job so you can actually have money to invest, okay? That's just me being honest. Now, with that all said, let me give you some background on me, why I'm even offering what I'm offering, and what the fuck this is all about. My name's Cameron Dasani, I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, okay, and I'm a professional crypto investor. What have I done? I've co-founded multiple crypto projects on decentralized exchanges. I've bought Bitcoin in 2019 when it was worth 4K, and I've sold a lot of profits on the way up, but I'm still holding. I built a $1.1 million crypto portfolio over 5 years, and I've helped, at the time of this video, 161 plus people 5 to 10x their portfolios as well. Last crypto cycle, I took 40K and I turned it into 1.1 million. This cycle, I'm gonna turn 1 million into at least 5, if not 10, okay? And I wanna show you guys how the best investors in the world actually invest, so you don't have to just invest in your 401k forever. And what will that do? At best, give you a 6% return after inflation, and you'll finally get to cash it out when you're 65 years old, and you'll probably only live to 75, 80, let's be honest, okay? Now, I've built arguably the best passive investment vehicle for busy working professionals. And the reason I've been able to do that is because I've gotten around the accredited investor loophole, which prevents most people from making the most strategic, profitable investments out there. Okay, so let me explain what this means. You see, in order to invest in something like a hedge fund, okay, you have to be an accredited investor. What does that mean? That means you either have to make $200,000 a year or have a net worth of $1 million, not including your primary residence or home. Now, in my opinion, this is absolute dog shit, because what if you make $100,000 to $195,000 a year? Right under 200K. You're probably not worth $1 million. You can literally just copy us on your phone, on your laptop, and get similar results, okay? Now, I've done all of this because I've been in your shoes. I've worked in corporate. I know what it feels like to make money and not know where to put it. So by default, what do? I invest in my company's 401k plan, or maybe we buy a house, okay? And I'm not saying those things are bad, but they don't change your life or get you out of the corporate rat race that you're in. And let's be honest, at some point, we don't want to work 40 to 50 hours a week anymore. We want to be able to make 6 figures remotely, and if you invest strategically long enough, that reality is actually possible, okay? Now, I want to tell you exactly what our strategy is so you'll know what you'll be doing with us if you're going to work with us. The first thing we're gonna do is we onboard you onto the primary crypto markets so you can invest in the right assets early, before they get released on Coinbase or other secondary exchanges. You see guys, this is the biggest mistake that people trying to get into crypto make. They go on Coinbase and they just buy what everybody's talking about, and Coinbase makes it really easy to do that, which is why people do that, okay? Now, if you get on the primary crypto markets, you can invest at a 60 to 90% discount with respect to the masses who have no idea what a primary crypto exchange even is. Let me show you a real example. Look at this chart. AVAX was available in the primary crypto markets in July 2020 at 50 cents. Wow. That means if you had $100 in AVAX on the primary exchange, it would have turned into $13,000. $100 to $13,000. That means if you had $1,000 in AVAX on the primary exchange, it would have became $130,000. Now wait, that means if you had 10 grand in AVAX on the primary exchange, it would have became $1.3 million. There is nowhere else that you can make this type of return. Crypto primary markets is the place, okay? But the problem, guys, is if you invest on a secondary market like Coinbase, is they just show you the assets too late, okay? That's why the first thing we do is we give you access to the primary market so you can buy these assets earlier before they get listed on a major exchange and at 60 to 90% cheaper prices. So now that you're on the primary exchanges, the second thing that we'll do for you is we will build your portfolio, okay? This is what my research team will do. Once you're inside the primary markets, my research team will handpick the newest and best crypto assets on the market. Because the truth is, most people are holding old assets, okay? And those old assets have already matured, meaning they're not gonna give you the type of returns that we're talking about that you're aiming for, okay? The key to maximizing your profits is to find new and young assets. But the problem is, most people are busy with their job, business, family, so on and so forth. That's why my team of full-time researchers, they filter 22,000 different crypto assets and identify the ones with the most potential. That way you can just skip the legwork, okay? Save 20 hours of your time a week, that's what we spend, okay? To find the right things for you, and just leverage our expertise, giving you time back to do whatever you want to do with your life while making ridiculous gains in the process. Number 3, last thing, you will have access to me personally as well as my team of researchers, okay? And the reality is, there will always be nuanced problems that can only be solved through a one-on-one conversation. Okay, my team and I have done 7 figures in crypto over the past 5 years, and we've also co-founded our own projects. This is what we know, and this is what we're great at. Okay, so rather than having to spend hours on YouTube figuring it out on your own, you can just chat with me and my team. That's right, you'll have direct access to me and my team of researchers directly. Okay, ask us anything you want, portfolio analysis, buying or selling an asset, or just a general question about the market. Okay, with these 3 pillars combined, number 1, access to primary markets. Okay, number 2, having our internal research team pick the assets for you. And number 3, dedicated experts by your side whenever you need them. We're gonna build you a crypto portfolio for 5 to 10x gains in the next year, okay? If you're interested, you should apply now, okay? And if you qualify, you'll be able to book a video meeting with me or someone on my team. On this call, we're gonna do a few things, okay? Number 1, we're gonna audit your crypto portfolio if you already have one, okay? Number 2, we're gonna tell you exactly how we're preparing for the upcoming cycle, which is actually happening right now. And number 3, we're gonna tell you what assets we're buying, when we're buying them, and when we're getting out. If there's a fit, okay, if there's mutual alignment, we'll also explain what it would look like for us to onboard you onto the primary markets, have our research team build your portfolio, and give you 24/7 access to me and my team. Keep in mind, the information that we'll give you on this call, you're not gonna find in a random YouTube video anywhere. So even if we're not a fit, I still highly recommend you implement the things that we tell you on the call. So if you want to reserve your spot, apply now through the link in the description, or depending on how you're seeing this video, you can DM me and I'll send you the link to apply. Now, I want to talk about why we can even make such a bold offer like this. And it really comes down to 2 things. Okay, number 1 is our unfair advantage. And number 2 is exceptional market timing. Okay, let's begin with our unfair advantage, the primary crypto markets. The primary crypto markets allow you to buy crypto early, like I've already said, before it gets listed on major exchanges and at very cheap prices. For example, TON, okay, it was available in the primary markets at 52 cents. It reached a peak at $8.17. That's a 1,471% gain, okay? But Coinbase hasn't even listed it yet. Let's look at another one. Peas, available in the primary market since December 2023 at 36 cents. It reached a peak at $10.50. That's a 2,800% gain, 28x, okay? But Coinbase hasn't listed it. Here's CAS, okay, available in the primary market since June 2022, and now it's up over 92,000%, but Coinbase still hasn't listed it. So guys, you see, by simply changing where you invest from secondary market exchanges like Coinbase to primary markets, not only do you get to buy assets earlier, but you would also make significantly more profits on the exact same asset. To explain what I mean, let's use Solana as a case study, okay? Listed on the primary markets in April of 2020 at 95 cents. Listed on Coinbase May 2021 at $44.45. Then November 6th, 2021 at $249.98. The point is, if you buy on Coinbase and sell at the peak, you're gonna make good money, 462% gain. Not bad, you turn 10 grand into $46,200. But imagine if you bought on the primary markets and then sell at the peak. You'd make a 26,000% gain. Do you understand that that means that you would turn 10 grand into $2.6 million? All you have to do is pick a few of these assets right early and you are set. Do you see the difference? 46,000 in the secondary crypto markets, 2.6 million in the primary crypto markets. That's 56 times more money on the exact same asset. So that's the first reason why we can make this offer. By onboarding you into the primary markets and having our research team build your portfolio with the most promising assets early, a 5 to 10x gain on your portfolio actually becomes possible. The second reason is exceptional market timing. Okay, this is the most important thing that you need to understand. We're on the verge on what could be the biggest crypto bull run yet. This chart is going to show you the 4-year crypto cycles. Okay, ever since the inception of crypto, this cycle has repeated like clockwork. Okay, in 2013 we saw an all-time high. 2 years later we see a drop. 2 years later, all-time high. Then another drop. 2 years later, all-time high. 2 years later, another drop. Okay, and this just keeps repeating itself. And what we've seen repeatedly for the past 15 years is that every new bull run makes the last bull run not seem like anything. Look at 2013. The peak at 1.1K seems gigantic, but 4 years later in 2017, you can barely even see it on the chart. But why is this happening? The reason this pattern keeps repeating itself is because of the Bitcoin halving. Okay, the Bitcoin halving cuts the amount of new Bitcoin being created in half every 4 years, hence the 4-year cycles. In 2012, it took about 12 months from when the halving happened to when the market peaked. In 2016, it took 18 months. In 2020, the market had a lower peak after 12 months and had a maximum peak after 18. So what we've seen repeatedly over the past 15 years is that 12 to 18 months after the halving, the market peaks. Okay, and the most recent halving was on April 19th of 2024, meaning we're only months away from the next explosive bull run taking off. But this bull run is going to be different because for the first time ever, crypto ETFs have opened the floodgates for big institutions like BlackRock. In fact, Bitcoin ETFs are seeing daily net inflows averaging about $125 million per day. And as more ETFs get approved and more institutions come in, experts are predicting this could spark the biggest bull run we've ever seen. Okay, so those who position themselves correctly before it takes off have the opportunity to significantly multiply their wealth. But this isn't going to last forever. Eventually, prices are going to raise again. And when they do, your chance to 5x, 10x, 50x will disappear for at least another 6 to 18 months when the market is down again. And remember, that's fine because we're going to buy that crash again, but you're not going to make money for 6 to 18 months during this crash. Okay, you're going to be playing the long game and waiting for a couple years to really make big gains. But as of right now, you still have time for this bull run. That's why this video is still up. That's why I haven't redone this video. Okay, this is the second reason why we can make this offer. 15 years of historical data shows us that we're only months away from the biggest bull run in history. And with institutional adoption rising, like I said, this could be the biggest one yet. Okay, so when you combine this perfect market timing with our unfair advantage of buying crypto early and cheap in the primary markets, you can quickly see why we're able to make this offer. But like I said before, we can't keep running this exact offer forever because as the bull run takes off and prices get higher, we're eventually going to reach a point where the opportunity will have passed by, and then we'll basically be buying that dip, buying that crash, and patiently waiting for the next bull run, okay? Which is valuable, but the profits aren't going to be as fast. They're going to be big, but you're going to have to wait a couple years, okay? So while shifting our investment strategy during that crash to something that's not as exciting, but can still help us while we're waiting for the next bull run to come back, hey, it's not bad, but this is really the biggest time. So if you're still here, understand that you have time, okay? Don't think about the past. Don't think you missed out on crypto, okay? we still haven't had the end of the biggest bull run in crypto history. There's still time. And if you're still here, it obviously means you're interested. Okay, so I want to make this super simple. Think about it this way. Option number one, don't do anything with what you just learned and stay exactly where you are right now. Safe move, right? If you're happy to miss out on the bull run altogether, or if you're satisfied with settling for 1/10 of the profits by just waiting for things to come out on Coinbase or doing whatever you're doing today, then keep doing that. Totally fine. Option number two, you figure it out on your own, okay? I gave you a lot of information in this video. Now, my researchers have full-time jobs in crypto. So if you're willing to compete with them and spend 10 to 20 hours a week trying to replicate them, and you want to burn money figuring it out through trial and error, then by all means go ahead and do that. Just remember, even the richest people in the world who know what they're doing with money, they have investment advisors. They aren't just figuring it all out on their own. There's no reason you shouldn't have a team helping you too, now that we've gotten around every accredited investor loophole that I talked about earlier. Option number three, apply now and team up with us. Okay, if you qualify based on the application, you get a free consultation. Okay, we can tell you exactly how to prepare for the upcoming bull run. We'll tell you exactly what projects we're investing in, when we're buying them, and when we're getting out. Okay, so if you want to apply, we'll help you. It's free and you literally have nothing to lose. And if you want us to help you beyond the consultation, then we can talk about that too. But there's no reason that this shouldn't be one of the biggest moves that you make this year. So depending on where you're watching this, you can either DM me to apply or click the link below the video. Now, if you want to see proof of the actual calls that we've made and our 6x return on our investment since May 2023 alone, here's a screen recording of my portfolio, wins and losses. Okay, we're up 6x since May 2023. Here are the screenshots of the individual buys that we made, the dates that we made them, and the dates that we sold with the profits. And guys, you can cross-reference these on Google. Just search the coin I'm talking about, look at the date, and you can see that I'm telling the truth. Okay, we bought Morpho on January 13th, 2025, literally this year. It's up 60% in 4 days. Okay, we bought Infrax on May 19th, 2024. It's up 230% on December 15th, 2024, just a month ago. Okay, we bought Pepe on the Pulse network, okay, on September 22nd, 2024. 9x as of December 13th, 2024. Okay, we bought Pi on November 18th, 2024. It's up 4x as of December 12th. We bought Link on September 30th. Okay, we're up 7x on December 4th. We bought Ondo on August 19th. We have a 220% gain as of December 15th. We bought Naka on June 11th, 2023. Okay, 200% gain as of December 1st, 2024. We bought Pole on October 27th, 2024. We're up 80% on December 1st, 2024. And there's way more, okay? This is just the beginning. So I hope to see your application come through. I'll see you on the other side.